Good afternoon, traders. Welcome to the daily market analysis. We will do the same way we did yesterday. We will go through only the trade setups. You can still refer to the weekly videos, Sunday video for high time frame analysis. So let's get started. I've got the US dollar JPY on my screen, or rather, let's start with all the US dollar pairs. We'll start with the euros. Let's look at all the pairs. Let's start with all the pairs. We'll start with the Euro US dollar. So Euro US dollar on Sunday, we were here. We were looking for a corrective structure. This was not a clean correction. It was too quick for us. Let's have a look here. On the 1 hour. So it was not very clean on the 1 hour, unless if you were tracking it from here. But even if you were tracking it from here, remember we're still expecting further downside on this one. So we didn't really have a nice entry on this one. If we got here a expanding flat, got an expanding flat here at the top. So what you can look out for here, my mouse is just a little bit jumpy. Let me just fix that quickly. Right, so what you can look out for here is any corrective structure, whether it is in the 30 minutes to get entries here, because this expanding flat is already completed. Okay, so that's what you're looking at. We're looking for continuation to the upside. Okay, so look for it, even if it's 30 minutes, and look for entries there. Stop loss 30 pips under the flag. This is just to ride the trend here. Let's have a look here on the daily. Okay, actually it's a little bit risky to take this one now. No, rather do not take a small correction. Do not take a small correction. We are at the top of the boundary, because you may enter this one, you may enter here, it gets to the boundary and reverses. So wait for another corrective structure, one that you can enter clearly. Whether it's happening on the boundary or just outside the boundary line, that is going to give us this corrective structure. Okay, either that or this is now completing that wave 4 that we have been looking at for a while. It comes back for 1 and then we go. Okay, but either way we should get this move. One of these we should definitely get, because we've got strong divergence already with this, so it's starting to look very good. So we've had divergence, it has been coming, and you can see it went even up here. The slope increased on this one here. Okay, so that's what we're going to be looking at on the euro. So don't panic if you did not enter. Remember, I did say that if it breaks out here, look for entries. You have not gotten a clear entry as far as the daily is concerned on the 4 hour, right? So if you want to get a proper entry here, this should now start correcting at current levels. It's either it will do that. If it starts correcting here, we know that we're going to get that move. Okay, so we may even target this one here, but let's see first what we get on this. So let's track this now. Let's track this one now. I will not be interested to buy the one that comes down here if it does. Okay, I'm not interested in this one. I'll be looking for upside. Okay, so that is euro US dollar, starting to look very good there. No, you're not late at all, Harry. We've just started with euro. You're not late at all, right? So that is euro US dollar. Look out for a corrective structure. Let's look at it again on the 4 hour. As you can see, the 4 hour has already started to move up. So we're looking for this now to give us this structure. Let's do it like this structure here. Okay, so that's why now I'm saying, as much as we're getting this expanding flat here, you may want to enter here, but you are already very close to the boundary here where it might come back for the wave 5. So you may get an entry here and then it comes back down here. But either way, you still need to confirm your entry with the stock and the RSI. The RSI is right at the top of right above the 15. The stock right now is at the top. That is why you will need this to reset to the bottom. Resetting to the bottom means this one correcting. Okay, so that's why you've got these two to tell you. So if you were just wanting to ride the trend, you would do that. You would just come and buy here, but because this is not confirmed, you'll see it coming to reset here. And when it does that, that will be the corrective structure happening there. Okay, so keep an eye, track it. Pound. So pound yesterday, on Sunday rather, did say that it is going to pull back, but I'm not convinced that it is a reversal on the pound pairs. May even come here and make this structure. But any pullback on the pound pairs, just look for downside. Now let's have a look on this one, on this structure, and see if we're gonna get any downside here. So this may retest this top here, or even break it slightly if it's gonna make an expanding flat and go all the way down. Okay, I'm not convinced with the reversal on the pound pairs as yet, so I'll only be looking for downside when that happens. So if you're looking for short-term moves and if you're looking for short-term upside, it must give you something like this, a clear corrective structure, something like this. Okay, if you're a short-term trader, even something like this. But this is not clear, as you can see. You can only see a clear corrective structure here on the 1 hour. Okay, that is a pound, and that's what you're looking for. So pound is, all the pound pairs are looking rather bearish. Right, US dollar CAD. US dollar CAD. Let's have a look here. So yesterday, or on Sunday, this had broken here and we thought it was going to go all the way to the blue box. It's not going to the blue box. So we did say that if it does break below this structure, now you start looking for downside, because that will mean that that is complete. Let's have a look here. So that will mean that the structure is complete. Let me get my annotation right. Just do this one cleanly. Doesn't know number. Okay, there we go. So if we've got this, that means it is not necessarily going to retest the top here, and it does not have to. Okay, so we were looking for it to come. If it had retested the top, it was going to be 100% confirmation that we're going to get a big move to the downside. So we've got a pulse now to the downside. Do not panic when you get a pulse and think the move has left you. Wait for a corrective structure. Remember, you're still looking for, if that confirms, the move that you're looking for is this one. Let me clear this here. If that confirms, the move you're looking for is this one, up to this level. That is your next point. So do not worry about missing this first piece, because that will give you a trade that is now highly probable than what you would have had here. Okay, so now any corrective structure on the line or below is confirmation that we're going to get at least back to this level, minimum. Okay, so let's keep an eye on this one and see if we get a corrective structure. So do call it out and call out, send the chart to others when it confirms. So when you see a flag, so this one I tell the traders, when you see a flag after a trade that we've discussed like this, and then you see confirmation and you see a candle closing here, you see the RSI below 50, you see the stock RSI above 80, that is confirmation. So 1, 2, 3, you want that to confirm. 1, what do you have? You don't have confirmation yet. You want a flag first. You want the candle to close below the flag. 2, RSI, it's confirming, fine. 3, you've got the stock RSI, it's right at the bottom. You don't want it there, you want it at the top, so it must reset, and it resets with a correction on the structure. Okay. So you must wait for the trades to come to you. You must not chase them. If you find yourself chasing, then don't even take that trade. So don't stress about this making the pulsing move. Now, if you just come and sell this, what is the what do we want you to sell on the correction? If you just come and sell this now without a correction, what could typically happen is that this one starts correcting. It starts correcting. It starts correcting, and now you don't know how far this is gonna go. Okay. You don't know how far it's going to go. And then when you give up because it's correcting and you don't know if you're right or wrong about the trade, then it starts going the direction that you were looking for. So a corrective structure is what you're looking for. Okay, so see, there's a comment from Harry saying it gave a confirmation on the 1 hour. Let's have a look on the 1 hour. I have not taken this one because I was waiting for I was waiting for one more to the upside here. So let's see if we're gonna get this one. So it is actually giving us a 1 hour corrective structure. Let's see RSI right at the bottom. This is actually confirmed on the 1 hour. Thank you, Harry. It actually simply just needs a candle to close outside this flag. Okay, I'm gonna go to the 30 minutes as well. The RSI, stock RSI is coming down to, it's starting to expand from the top. The RSI is right at the bottom. So this one on the 1 hour, it looks good. Okay, let's have a look here. Harry says he has posted it. Yes, this is actually a confirmed trade as far as the 1 hour is concerned. This is confirmed. You already have a close below this on the 1 hour, so you can actually take these 30 pips above this flag, and this is actually ready. You can actually take this. Right, that is US dollar CAD. Excellent. So Harry has posted this, so just go and look at US dollar CAD for that one. We also need to just be careful with this to take it right now, because this may have been a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 impulse. Let's have a look here. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, possibly 4, 5, and then you get another. So you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then it actually then gives you the corrective structure. Okay, and it actually gives you the corrective structure, a deeper one this time, one that we're actually looking for. So when you take this one, just be careful, right? We may get this deeper one after this first impulsive move. Okay, that's one, Harry. Well done. So that could be the move. US dollar chief, with euro looking up, you just look for corrective structures for downside. Expanding there, pulsing there, any corrective structure on the 1 hour, you take it down. It's 4 hour. Pound, we already did. Audi. Audi, we spoke about this one on Sunday. It was a textbook setup. It was a textbook setup with a corrective structure here. Now we are right at the blue box on this one. Is this going to start playing out the blue box, or is it going to push higher? Let's have a look. I think it's going to push higher. No signs of reversal. Wait for corrective structure for continuation. Okay, so Audi and gold are going together, so that's why you see Audi, so much strength on the Audi. Let's see. Well done, Harry. He says he's in from the top on US dollar CAD. New Zealand. New Zealand, we expected upside simply because Audi was looking upside on Sunday, and that's why you've got that. So now keep looking for the flags in the 1 hour to enter. US dollar ZAR. So US dollar ZAR, as correlated as it is with the US dollar CAD, we expect this to keep pushing higher. There it has made a three-way pullback. Remember the structure for US dollar ZAR, higher degree, is this one. So this could retest the bottom and then push higher. What we expected was that after this pulsing candle, we expected that we're going to get a corrective structure, and then we're going to come retest the bottom here and then push higher. That still remains to be seen. We still need to see how that is going to play out. So far, we've got a pulse, and this looks like it's going to start a corrective structure. Let's see how this plays out. Let's look at the yens. So all the yen pairs continuation to the downside. Just look for 1 hour corrective structures. Let's go through them quickly. You see your pound JPY. Pound JPY has to come down because all the pound pairs we're looking for downside. So that's the corrective structure. We're looking for downside. Continuation to the downside. US dollar yen. Three-way pullback. So that's what I said on Sunday. Any three-way pullbacks or any pullbacks on the pound pairs or the yens, we are looking bearish. So you've got another one here. 1 hour corrective structure. We're looking down. We're going down. Okay, so the downside is not complete as yet. It's easy analysis. This you're just riding the trend. You just want corrective structures for riding the trend on most of the pairs. Euro is the one that is slightly different, but because it's got a yen on it, this one may reverse with the other yen pairs coming down. Chief JPY, still our trade of the week, did not play out as perfectly as we wanted it to. It has pulled back, but we still expect that it will make a move to the downside. Audi. With Audi looking so strong, this one can give us this structure, this pullback. And that will still push this lower. New Zealand, same as Audi structure, Audi JPY structure. 1, 2, 3, possibly 5, like that. And then we get another push higher. CAD yen. So CAD yen, similar to Audi and New Zealand. You've got the structure, you've got a corrective structure. Is this going to push higher, or is it going to now come from here and starts correcting the whole move? Let's see. Right, so let's go to our setups that we've been looking at. So we already looked at Chief JPY. Let's look at the pound pairs. So Chief, pound Chief, as I said, also I said on Sunday, that if you see these pullbacks, like the one you're having right now, expect that you will get a continuation to the downside. So the pound, still bearish. New Zealand, making a corrective structure there. And I'm simply looking at the 1 hour. This can still continue to the downside. Pound Audi. It's not going fast, but it's coming down. So you keep looking for these structures, for these corrective structures. It's not the cleanest one that we have there, but it looks like it has made 1, 2, and a 3 up to this spike. It's a regular flat, but it's not coming down. We would have expected a move to the downside. So let's see what it wants to do, whether it wants to do that. So we're going to have a double here. Pound New Zealand, same structure. A pulse, correction. Can this one retest the top? And then we get a structure like this. Let's see. That is pound New Zealand. Let's look at pound CAD. So as I said, don't let the upside moves on the pound pairs fool you. They will come down again. Expect pulsing moves to the downside and corrective structures. We're going to look at Euro pound as well. Let's look at the euros now. So if this is the case on euro, then the pound pairs are going to keep coming down. Or rather, this starts making a 3-wave pullback, or they just make a small breather back, that is the pound pairs, and then this goes. Our trade of the week, Euro New Zealand. May have be frustrated some that have already entered this one yesterday with this 3-wave pullback. Okay, so we're coming down again with an impulse correction here. You're still coming down. So look for that continuation pattern on the 1 hour. I'm simply looking at the 1 hour time frame. Euro Audi. Euro Audi is even better. You've got a structure here on the 1 hour. 1, 2, 3. Move down. Corrective structure. Let's see. You've got this 3-wave upside, you've got this pulsing move, you need a corrective structure to ride this trend to the downside. Remember, we're looking for Euro Audi to come down because we're looking for Euro Audi, Euro New Zealand to come down. Euro Chief. You've got a pulsing move, got a pulsing move, got a 3-wave move. This one can do that and then make a big continuation pattern to the downside. Let's see, there's no confirmation there, but you can look out for this to break here for a move to this side. We have looked at Euro New Zealand or EuroCAD. EuroCAD has got a expanding flat here, regular flat rather. So it means continuation to the upside. Okay, that's EuroCAD. Another one that we looked at as a potential trade yesterday was Audi New Zealand. Let's look on the daily. We looked at this. This is a trade, guys. It's a very clear trade. Even if it's short, what you have here is a pulsing move. You've got a 3-wave move, and now you're coming down. Any correction here will at least get you to this level. So keep an eye on this one and look for entries in the 1 hour up to this level minimum, because you can do that and still come down. Okay, let's look on the 4 hour, see if we're getting that pulse in the correction. It looks like it. You can see it on the daily as well. This is the 3-wave move that you're looking at. So you're looking for that, looking for a corrective structure. All right, so let it be a clear corrective structure if you're gonna take it this down, okay? You should have taken it up there. That's when we looked at that one. Audi, that's Audi New Zealand. Let's look at the S&P 500. S&P 500 and all the indices are looking like they're in the blue box areas. We just need to see what the reactions from the blue boxes that we discussed on Sunday. We're in the blue box. Let's see if we get a reversal there. So that applies for most of the indices. Dow will be the same, equal legs on the blue box. Just missing it. It's not really quite reached. It still needs to come down there. And once it starts slowing down here, it's even better for a reversal. Slows down with divergence, then you know you are definitely going to get a reversal, even if it's a pullback. That is Dow, Nikkei. The same. It looks like it's a corrective structure. We're going to have one more down. That's the Nasdaq. To look at the Nasdaq, Nasdaq is the same. It's coming up in only 3 waves. That's concerning if we're looking for downside. Okay, so that is the Nasdaq and the UK 100. UK 100, there's a correction. That's a V pattern actually. V pattern, we get a corrective structure here. You can look to take it to this level before it drops. That is UK 100. Let's look at Bitcoin as well. Did you look at the DAX? Let's just look at the DAX as well. So the DAX is already reacting from equal legs. Here you simply need a corrective structure. It does not have to be this big. You can take it and target the next point. All right, Bitcoin. So don't panic too much about Bitcoin. Whatever is happening at the top there is corrective structures. Let's go on the 4-hour or daily. Upside on the cryptos is still intact. They just need to correct after these big moves. I didn't draw that cleanly. So you're looking for this corrective structure on the daily. If it happens, then you're riding it up. And that applies for all the cryptos, Litecoin. It's nice to have a pullback. You can see here we had a 3-1, a clear 3 pullback. You look for upside. Ethereum, the same. You can see the structure is prevalent on all the cryptos. A pulse and a correction, you're taking the trade. All right, and then XRP, the same, corrective structures. Okay. Not like that, not like that. This one can simply come to this level, make this a regular flat, and push higher. That's on the daily. So whatever is happening on the cryptos is just sideways correction, And when these corrections are complete, you should be able to pick it up. Here we're gonna come down, and then we can push up higher. And that's it for today, guys. If there's any chart anybody wants to discuss, or I think there is another chart here that Calvin has sent on email. Let's discuss it quickly. I'm just gonna, let's do this. Okay, so there's a chart by Calvin that he sent. So those who don't know, my Slack is closed here. So we've got a channel called the 10 lot size. It has not really been active. Okay, it has not really been active, so we need to make it active again. So we've got a channel that I call the 10 lot. So if you've got a chart that you've got one of those almost guaranteed type of trades, you can send it to me for my input before we send it out. So now here is the one that was sent by Calvin, and he thinks this one is one of those high probable trades. So what you have here is a 3-wave move. Okay. So there's a possibility that that move is incomplete there, and we can still get to the blue box and make this equal legs. Okay, at 100%. Okay, but remember, as far as the guidelines are concerned, this does not have to go all the way, and it can actually be the end of the move there. And if we get a corrective structure, we can be coming down. So what we'll be telling is what we get here. So I can see you're looking at this to be an expanding flat. So if this is an expanding flat, a touch on around this area should push it higher. Not push it higher. A touch on this area should indicate an impulse and a correction if this is going to play out. Otherwise, if we just get a corrective structure from current levels, we're going to take it down. Okay, so let's have a look. Let's go to the live chart on. This is actually, let me just check, the chart is pound sec. Pound sec. Let's look at pound sec. Live chart. So this is pound sec. So it's similar to most of the pound pairs. It has been on a correction for the last 2 years as well. Okay, so let's see this. So that is the structure that we have here. This could be the end. Now, why do I say this could be the end? Because we've seen something like this where this just breaks the top here and starts coming down. And then that was on a pound US dollar. I'm going to show you where that happened as well. So expect both possibilities. Okay. It does not inspire that much of a confidence, this one. I don't see any signs of a reversal here. We should have at least had an impulse, unless it wants to make an expanding flat before it goes. An expanding flat is going to look like something like this. Otherwise, a corrective structure, we're coming down, and there's not going to be any expanding flat. Okay. So look at it and see what you get there. Let's see if we get a correction or a pulse. We are already down here. We have not seen any reaction from the price. Okay, guys, that's it. I hope that helps Calvin, but let's watch it. If it plays out, it's a very nice one. Thanks, guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Have a great one. Cheers. Bye-bye.